Hi, I'm Donna and I'm here to show you some really fun ways to meditate and also that ways that you can use things to help you focus that you can actually make at home yourself. So the main thing that we use that we think is a lot of fun and helps us to focus and get clarity in our mind is what we call the mind jar, which is sort of like this. Now, the mind jar doesn't have to be this big. This is just this size because it's better to see. But the mind jar is just a jar, a glass jar, and you can do one at home if you like. And you fill it with water and perhaps some detergent or something that makes the water a little bit thicker. So I've got instructions, so we can also give you those if you like. But once you fill it with water, you then add little things in it like glitter, or you can add sand or little shapes and things, anything that can float around in it. So what happens then is it represents our minds. So because we need to discover what's in our mind. So an example is the mind jar. So at the moment it's very clear, but what really happens is all day long, as you can see, the mind jar, which is with us all the time, fills with thoughts and feelings and all sorts of things all day long buzzing around in our minds. And sometimes when we try to concentrate, it's really hard because there's so many thoughts in there that we really can't find the one we want. So what we're doing is watching the mind jar. So the best thing to do is shake it up, and whenever you're feeling a little bit fuzzy in the head or stressed or overwhelmed, you get your mind jar out and you pop it up and down, shake it, watch the thoughts, and then you pop it upside down and pop it down on a table or a bench and gently watch. And as we watch, we also breathe, and we're watching all the thoughts swirling around gently. And the more we breathe and the longer we wait, all those thoughts start to settle down into the bottom of the mind jar. They don't go away, they just settle down. And we slowly watch it as we're breathing in and out. And as we do that, our mind's becoming clearer and clearer, just like the water in the jar. So that at the end, when there's no more thoughts floating around, or there could be one or two, some are very stubborn, we then finally see right through the clear water and we're able to focus on anything we like. And that becomes a reflection of our mind. So do you want to do that again? We'll try it again. So this is our mind. All day long, lots of things to do. School, sport, whatever, home stuff, jobs at home, friends, all these thoughts. And then one day we think, oh, I'm just a bit tired of all these thoughts. So we get our mind jar out and we shake it around, pop it down, and start watching it and breathing. And slowly slow down. The thoughts start to settle. The feelings start to settle along with the thoughts. And we keep watching and watching. And when you can't see any thoughts anymore or anything in the jar floating, put your hand up. Some people have got supersonic eyesight. They can see them when they're, some people can't. But that's okay. And I think that's pretty clear now. And so the mind jar is used to settle our mind. So that's one way that we can use to focus. So thanks for that. I've got another way that we can use some things. You may not have them, but you can listen, and you can play this again anytime you want. But we have a really nice way to focus is to sometimes use our hearing. And some of us have got supersonic hearing, and some of us have got normal hearing, or normal hearing. And so it depends on how you hear it. But the idea is that you hear a sound, the sound comes, and the sound goes. Just like our thoughts. The thoughts come, and the thoughts go. Especially if you don't hang on to them. So what we're going to do, this is the sound that I'm going to use these cymbals, and the sound that it makes sounds a bit like this. Right? But what I'm going to do for this exercise, I want you to close your eyes, because you hear really, really well when you close your eyes. You actually can hear better when you close your eyes. So if you close your eyes, I'll make the sound, and I want you to listen carefully. And when the sound comes, you keep listening, because it keeps going for a while, and eventually the sound stops. But when the sound stops, you can then open your eyes again. Okay, so let's try that. Everybody close your eyes. Have you all got your eyes open again? I don't know, some people might still be able to hear it. But that's a really great way of focusing your mind on just the sound of the cymbals. So we'll do that again. So closing your eyes, again, you hear much better with your eyes closed. Ready? Wonderful. So that's one way of helping your mind focus, using your ears. And there's another way, or there's another sound actually, that I like to use, and it's a bit different to the cymbals, and it's called a singing bowl. Some people might have seen one before. There's big ones and small ones. This is quite small. It's got a really, really nice cushion to sit on, because what it does, and which all sound does, is when you make a sound, it actually vibrates. So things vibrate to make the sound. So the singing bowl vibrates, and if it sits on a cushion, then the vibration keeps going. If you hang on to it, it actually stops. So I'll demonstrate. But this is the sound that the singing bowl makes. But if I touch it, it stops. Okay? Because it's vibrating. So now I'm going to make the sound again. And again, I want you to close your eyes and listen really carefully and listen to the sound come. And this one goes a little bit longer than the cymbals, and then you listen to when it goes and it's no longer there. And then you open your eyes. Okay? So we're ready? Here we go. Wow, it does go for a long time. So did you focus on that sound for all that time? Do you want to try again? Okay, I'm assuming you're saying yes. Okay, ready? That's great. Can anyone still hear it? You must have really good hearing. So that's our sound exercise, which helps us to focus as well. So thank you for listening, and you can have a go at the mind jar at home. Ask mum and dad to get you a nice clean jar and help you with it, because it is glass, so you've got to be a bit careful. But if you do want instructions, please give us an email or a call, and we can send them to you by email if you'd like. So yeah, thank you again for listening, and we'll see you soon.